Scott. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing, Kate?
I'm doing well. I'm Kate Ertman. I am the president of the Rotary Club of Portland, as you all know. And I wanted to find out what is going on with our committees right now in this very unique time we're in. So Scott is the chair of the Wheels of Power Committee. And Scott, if you could just let us know what is the Wheels of Power Committee, as well as what you have been doing this year.
Uh, sure, I would love to. So Wheels of Power is a trust-funded committee that started in the late 70s. And in a nutshell, we deliver powered mobility to people who otherwise can't get out in the community and can't afford the powered mobility themselves. So, wheelchairs and power scooters, basically anything that gets them in the community and helps them be a bigger part of the community. It could be as simple as going to the grocery store, going to their doctor, or keeping a job. And we've had all those cases.
So this year, what has the Wheels of Power Committee been like? Have you been active? Have there been a lot of wheelchairs and scooters that have been going out?
Yeah, it's been a great year. We typically, the budget we receive from the trust, it takes us almost all of the 12 months to be able to spend that money. And some years we go right up to the end, and some years we spend it early. And this year it looks like we were on track to spend it early. And then I think there's been a little bit of a slowdown just from people being able to be evaluated for wheelchairs and scooters and just having access to healthcare. It's been a little bit different, but we are right on track to spend the budget, and right now we've awarded, I think it's 22 powered mobility devices. That's 19 scooters and 11 wheelchairs, which is fantastic. And a lot of stories and pictures of people doing their thing on their new device, and just the smiles we get and the letters of thank you are just fantastic. So it keeps me doing this.
So how have you been able to do this during this time, during the COVID-19 lockdown?
Yeah, it's been a little different. So, generally we do go out to the members' residence and do an in-person interview. And when they fill out a paper application, sometimes there's, things that we don't understand, or they don't complete it 100%, or there's just questions we might have, whether it's the financial piece or, what the accuracy of filling that information out. And when we go out and do an in-person interview, we have the ability to, see their surroundings, and it delivers a little bit more even of an emotional attachment to the members, which is just fantastic as well, to the applicants. And, we haven't been able to go out and do that. We don't, for one, want to be exposed. We don't want to expose them, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So our mobility provider has been doing visits, and they have all the, the practices in place to do this for people that are, really sick. So they have, all their personal protective equipment and the ability to go out and have the member test the device on a regular basis, which they do normally. But we've been getting a little bit more of an in-depth report from that. And then the provider, New Motion, has we've had good conversations with them. And then what we have been doing so far is having phone interviews.
Who's the mobility provider? Shout out.
It's New Motion, Kathy. She came to one of our January lunches. She's fantastic. And she's been doing this for us for, I think, 15 years or something. And she meets with every one of our applicants. We divide them up among committee, and I only get to do, 1 or 2 a month maybe. And she sees every one of the applicants, even if it's somebody that she can find to get a device through insurance. She's meeting with them. And then she's fantastic, because if she can find a way to get a device through insurance, we don't have to use trust funds for that. And then, so that 22 is just what we funded, and she's found probably another 5 or 6 people that are eligible for insurance that have tried to get it through Rotary, which is great. So she's given us a detailed report now, more so than even before. And then we've been doing phone interviews. We get 2, of our committee members on the phone with the applicant, and, you ask some of the same questions, and you don't get some of the same, those connections to the member, but we're getting the majority of that in place. And we've awarded, I think we're 3 or 4 chairs in the last, 45 or 60 days. We've kind of been in this, at this point, I'm starting to lose track. What day of the week is it?
Exactly.
And been fantastic. So we've, it's slowed down a little bit, but we're right on track to, I think we're almost down to the end of our budget, and we do have a few more to do before, in May,
Mm-hmm.
and a few more applications yet to get out to. And so we'll do some more phone interviews.
So besides not being able, a Rotarian's not able to go visit in person, the amount of wheelchairs and scooters that we've been awarding, I think that doesn't seem like the right
That's a
word,
good
that we've
term. Yeah.
been able to supply to those who need it, that hasn't changed much in the past few weeks?
I don't think it has definitely slowed. I mean, it slowed down maybe a little bit as far as the new applications coming in, but
Yeah.
I think we still had some leftover ones that we're still needing some pieces on.
Yeah.
And, we get towards the end of the year anyway, when you get just making sure that we have the budget to be able to, award a chair or a scooter. So it's that time of year anyway. And I think we're right on track.
Excellent. That's great news. So is there anything that rest of these Rotarians, that anybody out there could do for you, do for the committee? Is there anything you need to be able to do what you're doing even better?
We're always open for new committee members. I think Jim Flood, basically his mantra is that if he can get somebody on an interview with him, then they're definitely going to join the committee. And I know you've been on an interview before too, and it's really ties you in once you go out and see one of these people and see how that scooter or wheelchair can affect their lives and just make it so much better. And so anytime, if somebody's interested, it's not quite the same doing a virtual, a phone call or however we can do it. And most of these people aren't going to have access to the resources to do a video call. So we're doing phone calls for them. So it's a little different, but anytime anybody wants to join us and sign up to do an interview with one of our, long-term or seasoned committee members, we're more than willing to do that and give them a little bit of exposure to what we do in this committee.
Great, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for the update. And if anybody wants to join or find out more about the committee, just reach out to Scott Loftin, or you can reach out to the office, of course, or to me, and we'll point you in the right direction. Perfect.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Great. Thank you so much for the update, Scott.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, Kate, and have a great day.
You too. Bye.